Good morning, children. I am so glad to meet you all in this virtual class. Today, we are going to read an interesting story about an elephant called as Kari. Kari means elephant. This story is written by Dhanagopal Mukherjee. He was the first successful Indian man of letters in the United States. Before we enter into the lesson, we will see the mind map. Kari was an elephant. He was 5 months old when he came to the author. He would himself go into the forest. Who? The author. The author would himself go into the forest to get some twigs for the elephant's dinner. Kari and the author were good friends. Kari was like a baby. He developed a taste for bananas and began to steal them. At last, the author caught him stealing. When he was scolded, he understood like a baby and did not steal again. He was a quick learner like babies. Kari learnt Mali, that was the command to walk, and he learnt that, it was the command to sit. The teaching of master call to an elephant is a difficult thing. An elephant generally takes 5 years to learn it. Sometimes they are lost in the jungle and there is no way out. Then the master makes a strange hissing, howling sound in the elephant's ear. A trained elephant understands it and at once pulls out the tree in front of him. It frightens all the animals away. Even the tiger is frightened. The elephant goes on pulling down the trees one after the other. Thus, a path is made out of the forest. Come, children, let's see the story. Bringing up Kari. Kari, a 5-month-old baby elephant, lives and grows up with his 9-year-old friend and keeper. Kari doesn't eat much, just about 16 kilograms of delicious twigs a day. Playful and sensitive, Kari saves a boy from drowning. So, these 3 points we are going to discuss in this section. Kari the elephant was 5 months old when he was given to me to take care of. I was 9 years old and I could reach his back if I stood on tiptoe. He seemed to remain that high for nearly 2 years. So the author compared the height of the Kari with him. And then he said that for 2 years, Kari was in the same height. We grew together. Who? They both. They both means here the author and the Kari. We grew together. That is probably why I never found out just how tall he was. He lived in a pavilion. Pavilion means a summer house. Here, the shelter for Kari under a thatched roof. Thatched roof means that is the roof made up of straw, which rested on thick tree stumps so that it could not fall in when Kari bumped against the poles as he moved about. One of the first things Kari did was to save the life of a boy. Kari did not eat much, but he nevertheless needed 40 pounds of twigs a day to chew and play with. It not only chew and play with the twigs also. How many pounds it wanted there? 40 pounds, yes. Every day I used to take him to the river in the morning for his bath. He would lie down on the sandbank while I rubbed him with clean sand of the river for an hour. After that, he would lie in the water for a long time. He enjoyed that Kari, that elephant, enjoyed the chillness of the water there, and then it enjoyed the bathing. Yes, after that he would lie in the water for a long time. On coming out, his skin would be shining like ebony. Ebony means a dark brown timber, that is a log. So after it took bath, that curry's skin is shining, was shining like a ebony. Ebony means here dark brown timber, yes. And he would squeal with pleasure as I rubbed water down his back. Then I would take him by the ear because that is the easiest way to lead an elephant and leave him on the edge of the jungle while I went into the forest to get some luscious twigs for his dinner. Luscious means tasty. Yes, tasty twigs for his dinner. Whose dinner? Yes, the curry's dinner. One has to have a very sharp hatchet to cut down these twigs. Hatchet means here small axe. Yes. It takes half an hour to sharpen the hatchet because if a twig is mutilated, an elephant will not touch it. That is the habit of that elephant. The elephant will not touch the mutilated. Mutilated means disfigured. Disfigured twigs it will not touch. So it is a tough task to the author to collect twigs for curry. It was not an easy job to get twigs and saplings for curry. I had to climb all kinds of trees to get the most delicate means first quality of twigs, and tender twigs, very soft twigs. As he was very fond of the young branches of the banyan tree, which grows like a cathedral of leaves and branches. Cathedral means here that the tower in the church. We can see the church tower. That is called cathedral. Yes, cathedral of leaves and branches. I was gathering some one spring day in March when I suddenly heard Curry calling to me in the distance. As he was still very young, the call was more like that of a baby than an elephant. So the sound of the curry is like a baby. I thought somebody was hurting him. So I came down from my tree and ran very fast to the edge of the forest where I had left him, but he was not there. I looked all over, but I could not find him. I went near the edge of the water and I saw a black something struggling above its surface. Then it rose again higher, and it was the trunk of my elephant. I thought he was drowning. I was helpless because I could not jump into the water and save the 400 pounds of him since he was much higher than I. But I saw his back rise above the water, and the moment he caught my eye, he began to trumpet and struggle to the shore. Then, still trumpeting, he pushed me into the water, and as I fell into the stream, I saw a boy lying afloat on the bottom of the river. What happened? After seeing the author, Curry began to trumpet. Then he pushed the author into the stream. He had not altogether touched bottom, but was somewhat afloat. Who? The boy. The boy had not altogether touched bottom, but was somewhat afloat. I came to the surface of the water to take my breath, and there Curry was standing, his feet planted in the sandbank, and his trunk stretched out like a hand waiting for mine. I dived down again and pulled the body of the drowning boy to the surface. But not being a good swimmer, who is not being a good swimmer? Yes, the author. Yes, was not being a good swimmer. I could not swim ashore, and the slow current was already dragging me down. Seeing us drift by in the current, Curry, who was usually slow and ponderous, suddenly darted down like a hawk and came halfway into the water, where I saw him stretch out his trunk again. I raised up my hand to catch it, and it slipped. Drift means here carried slowly by the current, and ponderous, slow and ponderous. Why they are using these words here? Slow and ponderous means slow and clumsy because of great weight. The elephant usually slow and ponderous. Suddenly darted. Suddenly darted means what? Suddenly ran down like a hawk and came halfway into the water where I saw him stretched out his trunk again to save the author and the drowning boy. I raised up my hand to catch it and it slipped. I found myself going under the water again, but this time I found that the water was not very deep, so I sank to the bottom of the river and doubled my feet under me and then suddenly kicked the riverbed and so shot upwards like an arrow in spite of the fact that I was holding the drowning boy with my hand. Like an arrow, the author came out from the water. Yes. As my body rose above the water, I felt a lasso around my neck. Lasso means here a rope with a noose. Here, which is the lasso? Yes, Curry's trunk. This frightened me. I thought some water animal was going to swallow me, but the author thought that that was some water animal. I heard Curry squealing and I knew it was his trunk about my neck. He pulled us both ashore. Both means here the drowning boy and the author. Thus, Curry rescued a boy. Curry becomes fond of ripe bananas. He believes in self help, much to the discomfort of his friend. With quiet dignity, Curry accepts the chiding he knows he deserves. So, these 3 points we are going to discuss in this section. Curry was like a baby. He had to be trained to be good, and if you did not tell him when he was naughty, he was up to more mischief than ever. So, like a baby, Curry also did some mischiefs. But if we pointed out that mischief, he was ready to change. For instance, for an example, one day somebody gave him some bananas to eat. Very soon he developed a great love for ripe bananas. We used to keep large plates of fruit on a table near a window in the dining room. One day, all the bananas on the table disappeared, and my family blamed me, the servants for eating all the fruit in the house. A few days later, the fruit disappeared again. This time, the blame was put on me, and I knew I had not done it. It made me very angry with my parents and the servants, for I was sure they had taken all the fruits. So the author also thought that the servants took all the fruits. The next time the fruit disappeared, I found a banana all smashed up in Curry's pavilion. This surprised me very much, for I had never seen fruit there, and as you know, he had always lived on twigs. At first, the family suspected the servants, and then they suspected the author. The author did not suspect Curry because he knew very well. Curry did not take the bananas, and always he had lived on twigs only. Always he had eaten twigs only. So the author did not suspect Curry. Next day, while I was sitting in the dining room, wondering whether I should take some fruit from the table, without my parents' permission, a long black thing, very much like a snake, suddenly came through the window and disappeared with all the bananas. I was very much frightened because I had never seen snakes eat bananas, and I thought it must be a terrible snake that would sneak in and take fruit. Sneak means move in stealthy way. Move in stealthy way. Yes, I crept out of the room and, with great fear in my heart, ran out of the house, feeling sure that the snake would come back into the house, eat all the fruit, and kill all of us. But the author thought that a huge snake took all the fruits there. As I went out, I saw Curry's back, disappearing in the direction of the pavilion, and I was so frightened that I wanted his company to cheer me up. I ran after him into the pavilion, and I found him there eating bananas. I stood still in astonishment. What happened? The author was amused. The bananas were lying strewn all around him. He stretched out his trunk and reached for one far away from where he was standing. That instant, the trunk looked like a black snake, and I realized that Curry was the thief. I went to him, pulled him out by the ear, and joyously showed my parents that it was Curry and not I that had eaten all the fruit these many weeks. Then I scolded him, for elephants understand words as well as children. And I said to him, next time I see you stealing fruit, you will be whipped. Whipped means here beaten with whip. The author was happy because the whole family suspected the author. But now he found out who is the thief. Yes, Curry. He knew that we were all angry with him, even the servants. Why the servants? The servants also were suspected by the family. Yes. His pride was so injured that he never stole another thing from the dining room, and from then on, if anybody gave him any fruit, he always squealed as if to thank them. Squealed means trumpeted, made sound. Yes. An elephant is willing to be punished for having done wrong. But if you punish him without any reason, he will remember it and pay you back in your own coin. That means what? In the same way, it will take revenge. Curry is a fast learner. He masters all signals and sounds he is taught. There is one lesson, though, that an elephant takes 5 years to learn. Curry is no exception. So, these 3 points we are going to see in this, discuss in this section. An elephant must be taught when to sit down, when to walk, when to go fast, and when to go slow. You teach him these things as you teach a child. If you say that and pull him by the ear, he will gradually learn to sit down. Similarly, if you say Mali and pulls his trunk forward, he will gradually learn that it is the signal to walk. So, by the gesture, how we teach the children, like that, we have to teach the elephant also by the gestures. Like that, the author taught Curry when to sit, when to walk by the words that and Mali. Curry learned Malay after 3 lessons, but it took him 3 weeks to learn that. He was no good at sitting down. And do you know why an elephant should be taught to sit down? Because he grows older, taller, and taller than you who take care of him, so that when he is 2 or 3 years old, you can only reach his back with a ladder. It is therefore better to teach him to sit down by saying that, so that you can climb upon his back. For who would want to carry a ladder around all the time? So it was taught to sit. That means what? When the elephant grows older, it becomes taller. Then it is tough to climb upon his back. So it was taught to sit. The most difficult thing to teach an elephant is the master call. He generally takes 5 years to learn it properly. The master call is a strange hissing, howling sound as if a snake and a tiger were fighting each other. How was the sound? Yes, as if a snake and a tiger were fighting each other. And you have to make that kind of noise in his ears. In whose ears? That elephant ears. Yes. And do you know what you expect an elephant to do when you give him the master call? If you are lost in the jungle and there is no way out and everything is black except the stars above, you dare not stay very long anywhere. Yes, absolutely. The only thing to do then is to give the master call. And at once the elephant pulls down the tree in front of him with his trunk. After hearing the master call. What is the master call? Yes, that is a hissing and a howling sound. Yes. This frightens all the animals away. As the tree comes crashing down, monkeys wake from their sleep and run from branch to branch. You can see them in the moonlight, and you can almost see the stags running in all the directions below. You can hear the growl of the tiger in the distance. Even he is frightened. Then the elephant pulls down the next tree and the next and the next. Soon you will find that he has made a road right through the jungle straight to your house. Thus, the elephants save their masters from other animals in the jungle and bring them to their house. Yes, written by Dhanagopal Mukherjee. Next, we will see the exercises. Answer the following questions. First one, the enclosure in which Curry lived had a thatched roof that lay on thick tree stumps. Examine the illustration of Curry's pavilion on page 8 and say why it was built that way. Answer. The illustration of Curry's pavilion on page 8 confirms that the thatched roof rested on four thick tree stumps. The pavilion was built in this way so that the elephant could move about freely inside the enclosure. Yes, next. Question number 2. Did Curry enjoy his morning bath in the river? Give a reason for your answer. Answer. Yes, Curry enjoyed his morning bath in the river. He would lie down on the sandbank while the narrator rubbed him with the clean sand of river for an hour. After that, he would lie in the water for a long time. His skin would shine ebony on coming out from water, and he would squeal with pleasure as the narrator watered down his back. Yes. Third question. Finding good twigs for curry took a long time. Why? The narrator would climb all kinds of trees to get the most delicate and tender twigs of curry. In order to cut down the twigs without mutilating them, the hatchet needed to be very sharp, and it would take half an hour to sharpen the hatchet. Therefore, it would take the narrator a long time to find good twigs for curry. Number 4. Why did Curry push his friend into the stream? Curry pushed his friend, the narrator, into the stream because there was a boy lying float at the bottom of the river, and he wanted him to save the to rescue, to save, to help the drowning boy. Yes. Number 5. Curry was like a baby. What are the main points of comparison? Curry was like a baby as it had to be trained to be good, and it was not told when it was naughty. It was up to move mischief than ever. What happened? It was up to more mischief than ever. Yes. Sixth, Curry helped himself to all the bananas in the house without anyone noticing it. How did he do it? Large plates of fruits used to be kept on a table near a window in the dining room of the narrator's house. Curry would put his trunk in through this window and pick up all the bananas kept in the plate. He would then eat those stolen bananas in his pavilion. Number 7. Curry learned the commands to sit and walk. What were the instructions for each command? To make Curry sit down, the narrator would say that and pull him by the ear. To make him walk, the narrator would say Mali and pull his trunk forward. Number 8. What is the master call? Why is it the important signal for an elephant to learn? The master call is a strange hissing, howling sound as if a snake and a tiger were fighting each other. And this kind of noise has to be made in an elephant's ear. It is the most important signal for an elephant to learn, because if one is lost in the jungle and there is no way out, the only thing to do then is to give the master call. At once the elephant pulls down the trees in forest in front of it one by one and make a way to the master's house. I hope you have enjoyed this session and learned some interesting facts about the elephants. Thank you, dears. We will meet in the next virtual class. Until then, bye from your English teacher. Bye, dears.